Organized Joy, the web series that gives you tips and tricks and teaches you how to be more organized so you have more time in your day for the things you want to do. Today's episode is all around detoxing. Detoxing everything, not yourself, everything around you, and stuff that gets cluttered up. So detoxing for me is different to spring cleaning. Spring cleaning is going into a space and clearing it out and getting it looking spick and span again. Detoxing is about making something that you have better. So if you are detoxing yourself, you do that because you feel like your insides are all full of rotten. So you detox, right? So I want us to look at detoxing our emails, detoxing our documents that we store on our computer, and detoxing our contacts. Okay, so let's detox our emails. Let's start with that. Are you the kind of person who saves every single email that you get? Even the ones that say, thanks, noted. Those small little things, smiley faces. Sometimes there's an email thread that starts and ends up reply. There's 17 emails in the thread and you've saved all of them into a folder for yourself. You don't need to. You need the very last email that has everything in it. The only thing you need to make sure of is that you're not deleting one of the emails in the thread that has an attachment. Is the attachment something that you need to keep? If it is, save it to your computer's hard drive or your system, where your server, or wherever you keep things, if you need it. Often we don't need it. It was for referencing something and it can be deleted. Keep the very last email in the thread because it's got everything. Now, other people keep emails. I know if I book a flight, I get an email confirmation. Then I save that because I'm not flying yet. But I often don't go back and delete that email, and it sits there after I've taken off, landed, come back, and probably flown somewhere else again. You don't need to keep those emails, right? So what I do is once a year, usually in December, I take some time, I set it aside, and I go through all my emails, and I work out the ones I need to keep and the ones that I can delete. It's amazing how much space you create in your inbox by doing that. And I know it's difficult to get to, but if you try and get into the habit of when you're getting the emails and you're saving them, try and keep the latest one in the thread only and save that eventually to the right folder that you need. Then detoxing your documents. Now, are you the kind of person that every time you get a Joburg city bill or an electricity bill, you save it? How many years back do you have? You don't need years and years of them. You don't need years and years of bank statements. You need probably the last year. Are you the kind of person who, when you get an insurance policy emailed to you, you keep it? Then you ask them to make a change. So, for example, you change cell phones and you want to insure the new one. So you ask for a change, then you keep that change. Then you add on some jewelry. You keep that change. You only have to, once you've had your change back, check that the change has been done on the old one and keep the latest policy. You don't have to have reams and reams of the same document with variations in our file directories. It's a waste of space on your computer as well. So again, I sit once a year and I go through everything and I chuck out the last years that I don't need. Generally that's a year before the year that's just passed. But then at least you've got space to then start saving again. And then the last thing I want you to detox is your contacts on your phone. How many of you have scrolled through your contacts and a name comes up and you say, who's that? Or, I never want to speak to that person again. Or, I don't need to speak to that person again. So a nice thing to do is take one Saturday afternoon when you're alone, get a nice cup of hot chocolate or a glass of wine, whichever you like, and sit down with your phone and scroll through your contacts and delete the ones you don't need. There's this whole thing that everybody knows around people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. If they've come in and done the reason they were there, or have stayed for their season and have moved on, the only way you'll get the new people in to do new reasons and seasons in your life is by creating space for them. And this is one way to do that. So please go and hit subscribe below. It's important to me. But other than that, thanks so much for joining me at Organized Joy. organizing your life from A to Z.